Hello, welcome to my coffee and card class. Today is October 11th, and I am Kelly A.G. with Stampin' with Kelly, and I'm glad that you're joining me today. I'm going to give it just a minute to make sure I am on correctly. I had something show up last time where I got bounced out or whatever. Let me just refresh this. And it, because I turned off my Wi-Fi to do my video or my live, and then it said something about the location. I should turn on my Wi-Fi, and then it wouldn't let me do my video. So, gotta just make sure I'm on here real quick. Oh, I have some beautiful cards that I'm sharing with you. There we go. Okay, so if you are live, please say hello. I'd love to know that you're here joining me. Let me know where you're from if you're new, but I'm going to give it just a second here, because sometimes it takes a minute to, for it to pop up on your news feed or whatever. So, okay. Usually I've been lately coming in on Thursdays, so it's nice to be back on Wednesday. But these are the cards that I am doing today. This is my class to go for October, but I'm going to be, I think, doing this class for my coffee cards club here in town. So I'm from Atlanta, Michigan, but these will be the 4 cards that I'm going to be doing for my class. So that'll be next month. This was to go, so I suppose if you really wanted even next month to go, I gotta finish this one. We probably could arrange that and then this card here, but just to kind of give you a little sneak peek. I think there's a woodpecker pecking on the outside of our place, and it's kind of driving me crazy. But anywho, so what I'm also using is a Walk in the Forest paper, which is, I overlooked. I mean, I've seen this, but I guess I was thinking it went with this, which it does, with the Beary cute, but let's see. I guess it's that one. So I'm using the Punch and the Snowflake Sky 3D folder, embossing folder, and then the main thing is the Merriest Tree bundle. And I almost didn't get this, but I really, really like it. So that's what I'm kind of working with today. Some different ribbons and different things. So just to give you an idea, let me just set that aside. And I was just going to show you this die set real quick. Let's see, the Punch, and I'll be showing you the folder here. It's really pretty though. I like how it comes together. And the Punch is nice because this works with that paper, A Walk in the Forest. And then this is the stamp set. Yeah, there's a woodpecker outside. Oh gosh. I took me a while to kind of get used to that, and the acorns falling and hitting the metal roof. It's like, oh goodness. But this little piece I'll show you on this card is, hi Donna, glad you're joining me, but is this little, oh, I can't think of what you call those things. Not the lights, but the garland that you put on there. So I'm going to show you, I put that on that self-adhesive gold and silver glitter paper. Really awesome. But you have a tag in here. You can cut out the 5 different trees. Of course, this is just the top. So I'm going to show you how I did that and how I put it together. Some little Christmas gifts, and then you got the tree trunk, the stand, the stars, the ornaments. So lots of good things there. And then the Beary cute. The only thing I used was the sentiments out of this. Okay. So get that out of the way. Yep, different ribbons. I'm using the gold and silver trim combo pack. I don't know if that's an online exclusive anymore. It used to be in our catalog. So, and this is, I think this is on back order right now, the silver and white, let me find which one, the sheer ribbon. I use that, okay. Just kind of setting that aside so I can work here. All right. I think that was about it. If you got questions about what I use, just let me know and I'll get it, answer your questions, okay? But this fold, I don't know, this has kind of become one of my favorite folds just to kind of showcase the designer paper. It's just real simple and I don't know, it looks nice, looks a little more fancier, I guess. So that was the first card I'm going to do. This is the second card, and I wasn't sure if I really wanted to ink the tag to make it stand out more, but I kind of just like it. It looks simple. I really like the paper. Now, my other card that I'm doing for my class, I used the other balmy blue paper, and it kind of looks like the snowflakes, and I made the tree bigger. But I really like how that turned out too, but I really like the blue and the silver. It's really elegant looking. And then the last card is which I'm also featuring in my class, and it's just real simple. I did the tag out of that designer paper. Actually cut the tree out of designer paper. All the trees were cut out of designer paper, but you can easily stamp them and go. And I think I may actually work with this set next week too, because I want to do some embossing and stuff with it. But okay, enough chit chat, let's get going. All right, so the first card is, I gotta grab my stuff over here. I kind of rearranged things, so I got things all moved over and pray I don't knock anything over. So let me see here. Might just set that back. Okay. So what I'm working with on the first card is, oh shoot, and I do need my trimmer. Hang on a minute. I didn't think I needed my trimmer, and I left it over at my other table. So just give me a second here. I knew I needed it. I don't know why I didn't just bring it here. Okay. Sorry about that. All the shuffling of the chairs and everything, but okay. So what we're going to do is I got an 8.5 by 5.5 of the garden green. Oh, and I forgot my bone folder too. That's all right. That I can live without. I can just use a block. Kind of cheat. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from this score line, the top, going down to the very bottom of the right corner of the front of the card. I'm just going to put that in my thing and just set it in there and snip it off where my blade is, okay? And then I have a piece of the garden green that is 3.25 by 8.5, and I just scored that in half at 4.25, okay? Then I got a piece of white that will go inside that is 3 by 4. And this designer paper is 3 by 4. And then what I have here for the front of the card, for this piece and this piece, is 4 by 5.25. And I am just putting it in there. See, this will be the front of the card and this will be inside. So you want to go from the top left to the bottom right. And especially if you got a certain pattern paper, this one wouldn't work either. You still need to do it from the top left to the bottom right. It's just the way that it lays. Even if you cut it the other way, I guess this one would work, but some pattern paper will not work, because like if I had to flip that upside down and say there was something on it, like if I use this, that would be upside down if I accidentally cut it the wrong way, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes it's hard to explain things, but okay, so what we're going to do is just glue this in there and glue this on the front, okay? Hi, Carol. Thanks, you guys, for sharing, too. I appreciate it if you do. It always helps, so. We had a great time at our retreat up north, and I'm looking for the one in Baddocks in about a week and a half. I still got a little bit of things to finish because I had to order more paper, but getting there, much closer. But boy, was I tired. It took me a couple days. I think because I didn't sleep good for like a couple days before, and I don't know why. I had everything ready, so it wasn't because of that, but sometimes my sleep with Todd's work gets kind of messed up, so then it takes a couple days to get back to normal. So that's how that looks. It's got that nice clean line right in the middle. I got something sticky on there. Oh gosh, already. I don't have my little glue thing, but I think it should be okay. Okay. So this piece, I can go ahead and glue this on here. So that was a 3x4. So we will glue that on. And I'm going to glue, this is the Nestled Essential Dyes, I think. That's just the white. And we're just going to put that kind of center, okay? And on the inside, oops, I am going to stamp before I glue that down. And this is the pretty peacock. So I'll stamp that and our sentiment for the front. Oops. So I'm just using this. It says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." And it's just, I kind of think it's cute because it's in the shape of the tree. So, but I like the way it looks. And then I got a little, I think it's about a 1/2 inch strip. So I'm going to stamp the front. Got a few extras in case I mess up. Let me just get that on here. It might be a little bit wider than a 1/2 inch. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Yep. I think the ladies up here had fun too. They told me, a couple of them messaged me and tell me they had a great time. So that was the first one. So next time will be a little bit better because they'll know what to expect and everything. So. All right, so I'm just going to put this inside. I think the pretty peacock and the garden green look really nice together. So what I'm going to do is put glue on the back of this, but what I want to make sure is when I put this in here, you kind of want it centered the best you can, but you also want to make sure that this closes, because if you put it down too far, it's not going to close properly, okay? So you got to kind of have it up and centered the best you can, but I just want to make sure that that will close. Put that down, so. All right, so main thing is just make sure that that corner, like there's a little bit of a, like wiggle room, I guess. So see how that gives that enough room to go over that and lay nice. Okay, I think we got it even. So there we go. So kind of gives you an idea. This is just a little bit wider on the bottom, but these three sides are pretty much the same. Okay, so what I did at first is I had cut a tree out like this and I had put it on. This isn't perfect because I just turned it over and cut what I wanted, but I like the darker on here than the lighter, so it kind of made it pop out more. So that's what I did, okay? So this is just out of designer paper. And let me see, I'm just gonna trim this on an angle here, my little sentiment, but I'm not gonna put that on yet. So what I did here, this is that silver adhesive paper, okay? So I ran it through with these dyes, and this is the little, like I said, garland or whatever you want to call it. Tinsel, I'm not really sure. But I'm just gonna, and it pops out really nice, except I got glue on my fingers so everything's sticking. But I just love this, and I love our glitter paper because it does not, it doesn't, there is a little bit of glitter on me, but not too much. So isn't that cool? But this just peels right off the adhesive. As you can see, one of mine came off already. But, oops, I tore it wrong, let's see. It's easier when you cut something out, but the paper comes right off. Get my nail there. I'm getting too much of the backing, so I can't really pull it apart to show you. Oh, I see what I'm doing. I'm pulling that, but it's just, it's got the adhesive stuck to it, so it's really, really nice to work with. But let's see what we got here. So I'm going to do a long one here, and then I'm just going to snip it off. So I'm going to get that out of there. With the real tiny things that you're kind of cutting, so let's see, this one may go up on top, and I'm going to do that right now. So we'll put that here. Okay. And then the next one, which is this one, let's see. Actually, that one fit really perfect down there, but we'll do this. I'm just going to put these on, and then I'll snip them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put 6, but I'm going to just do the 5 on here. Sometimes this is a little bit, it's kind of almost nice when it falls off. I think this one I had trouble with too, getting it off. Let's see. Almost nicer when you have like a bigger piece. Oh gosh, that's going to drive me nuts trying to get that off. Let's see, get this out of here. Oh, I do have a smaller little piece that I can probably get on there. Let's see if I can get that off. Oh, maybe it is off. No wonder I couldn't get it off, right? So, let's see if that will work. I think that'll be just fine. So I'm just going to trim off this little extra. Okay, put that in with my dies. So I got, oops, didn't get that one. And then what I used as well, I actually had this on first, and then I took and put my tinsel on there. But I had the red and green adhesive back pearls. This is a nice set to go with this. And I don't know if I have enough of these. Let's see, I used, I think, the gold. Or the silver. I don't have a lot of silver. I was going to put silver on my other one, but we'll just work with this. I need to get more of these. This one doesn't want to cut off for me. There we go. Or I just had a little bit left. So, let's see. So pretty. We had bought a tree last year that was on clearance out. So I cannot wait to put it up this year. But, so this is all I did, and I just can't get rid of that little sticky thing, but I'm going to put this on with dimensionals, and then I'm going to raise up the sentiment too. Once I started doing Christmas cards, I sometimes have a really hard time going back to the other cards. Do you guys do that too? It's just like I just want to keep working on Christmas cards. So I'm going to put that there, and then, oh, I should have probably moved that down a little bit. Hang on. Let's see if I don't rip the paper. You know what? I'm just going to leave it because everything's going to bounce off. I actually had that down a little bit more, but it's fine. I say it's fine. It should be, oh yeah. I'm going to have to put a little dimensional right there though. But if you send out a lot of Christmas cards, you have to really kind of get going early enough or else you just don't get them done. Okay, so I'm going to put a dimensional right on the top of mini one so that stays. There we go. Not too bad, right? There, I just love it because the card stands up still and it kind of gives it a little dimension. So what do you guys think? Guys like that? I like it. So like I said, this will be for one of the cards I actually did for my class this month. So okay, so card number 2. This, I just love blue. My favorite, one of my favorites. So all right, so I'm going to show you a little trick, and maybe you've seen it already, I'm not sure, because before I started working with this, I thought, why do you need, I mean, I understood why the 5 different sizes, because if you cut the tree out, where's my stamp set? I'm just going to show you something real quick, but if you actually like stamp this tree or use the designer paper, you can actually, oh, that's not even big enough for that one, okay. On our designer paper, we have some trees that are big enough to cut this out. But this will be, you can stamp that and cut this out. At least I think you can, yeah. This isn't the right size of the stamp. Maybe it is big enough. Let me see that. For some reason, oh yeah, it's big enough. So anyways, on the paper, I'm just going to show you this way. But you can cut this out. I was thinking it was big enough, okay? You stamp it again, and then you can cut it out the smaller tree. Then if you even want a smaller one, then you can use that, okay? So it actually gives you, then this tree still would be fine too. Okay, and I know one of my friends was saying to use this for like the back of the truck, the tree, but I don't know if that would be enough because you know how that's like on an angle, so I'm not sure about that, but I thought that's pretty cool. It's like I gotta, you know, remind people because sometimes when you look at that stuff, it doesn't make sense, okay? So, all right, I'm using Balmy Blue, and I have, it's 5.5 by 8.5, okay, and I just scored it at 4 1/4. I don't know why I forgot I don't even know where my foam folder is once again, but anywho, so what I got is a piece that is, this is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and then this is 5 by 3 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer that to start with. The sun was out beautiful this morning, and I'm thinking, oh, I know they're calling for a little rain again, and I'm really hoping it doesn't. I want to get outside and walk a little bit, and then I want to, I actually even thought about raking some of the yard if it wasn't too wet, because we got so many pine needles all over. Now, this has all the snow up here, and then like bigger flakes down there, but I often wondered, like, I'm thinking the heavier snow on top, but I guess it doesn't really matter. You can put it however. I don't think there's really a right or wrong, but it's probably hard for you guys to see. Hopefully I'm not too blurry or anything, but okay. And then I had cut out a tag, and I got this silver ribbon, so I'm going to put this on right away. Because the one thing I thought that my tree should have maybe been a little bit different on here. I mean, it looks fine, but I just tucked it in from the front to the back. I'm just looping it. Okay, I don't think I got my good ribbon scissors, but these should cut. cut on an angle. Okay, so that will be for that, and I'm just going to lay that there for now. So what I did with the tree is I had cut out, let me see, I cut out 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. So the second to the largest and down, or up, however you want to say it. But what I did, I'm just layering these in order. But to get my tree, I don't know if you can see that at all, but it looks kind of like it's stacked out, okay? So what I did, and I'm going to use the mini dimensionals on this, I took on the back, I took like 3 because this is a little bit bigger, okay? And then I'll show you, you can use either, I use glue, but you could use score tape as well. But I'm just going to use glue because I want to be able to line it up properly. So I'm just going to use a little glue on the top there. And what I'm going to do is just kind of line that up before I lay the whole thing down. I'm just going to line it up. And then, because once you put the dimensionals down, it's hard to move it. But so it's starting to build like here for like your branches that stick out. Okay, and then I'm going to do the next size. So I'm only going to put 2 here. And then that little bit of glue. So hopefully that makes sense. I was going to say also, guys, I share this video to YouTube, of course, and then so if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate it if you do. That'd be wonderful. So I'm going to just once again lay it down on the top just to make sure I got that all even. And then I'm just going to kind of hold it so it kind of sticks there. So can you see that? I think you should be able to see that. Okay. Now I got one more, so I'm just going to do, I'm actually probably going to do just probably the one dimensional, I think. I don't know why I put that there. So you kind of want to put that in the middle and where you're not going to see it. So got to move it up a little bit. Okay. And then just a little bit of glue there. I'm not sure I'd want to do 100 cards like these, but 1 or 2 is fine. Okay, so there we have our tree. Okay, isn't that beautiful? I think it's beautiful. I love how it turned out. Okay, so let's kind of just figure out how we want to do this. I think I want that down a little bit because I want to put the star on it too. So I'm going to just glue this down. Since we have already so much puffiness going on, I don't really want to put more, okay? And same with the tree. Just kind of glue that down too. So I'm going to put it down just a tad because I kind of want the star to be not above the tag or close to it, okay? So I took and cut out the star that has the like the outline to it, and I already took off the backing, or it came off. For the most part, the backing comes off pretty good. All right, so we just added that to, I cut the backing in the balmy blue. So what I'm going to do is add a mini dimensional just right up here. Okay, I want that kind of to the top. Get that up there, and I should probably see how that's going to lay. Because sometimes you have to add a little glue, but I think that should be just, oh, that's so much better. Okay, because you want that to pop too, okay? So then I did these little ornaments. I cut them out. Hopefully the backing comes off easy. It is so far. It actually sometimes falls off a little too easy, so if you have to add a little glue to it, you can. But I haven't had anything fall off so far, so all right. You could use your pick tool. I got nails, so that kind of helps. Let's see. That is going to go. I'm going to do that right there. And then they got the long one. It's kind of actually hard to see these ornaments since I did it with the silver foil, but okay. There we go. I'm just putting that right there. And then I cut out like these, I think they're like stars, kind of sparkly, but I just think these are beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I got two big ones here. So I'm going to put the big ones there, one there, and then I'm going to do one on the other side too. Up a little bit, and then a small one. I love this card. I hope you guys do too. And then we'll just put that, you know what, I'm just going to do that one. Well, let's see, over a little bit and down. There we go. Okay, so I have a piece of Balmy Blue that's kind of on the thinner side, so I'm going to try to get my Merry Christmas in there. And I stamped it in black just so you can see it good. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so I might have to pull this down just to see. Not too bad. My Christmas is up a little higher, but that's okay. And then on the inside, I stamped, let's get this, I'm just going to cut that on an angle. And I kind of like to cut these on an angle if I'm not doing like a die cut with it. Just kind of looks a little nicer. So I'm just using a couple mini dimensionals. And I'm going to put that on right away, and then I'll stamp my center. Now, if I had more of this is like, I'm not even sure what color it is, but it reminds me of like a soft pale blue. I don't know if that's what it is. I'm not sure, but this would look really pretty on here, but I don't have enough of them. I think that'd look pretty finishing up, you know, a few of them, but it's fine. So, all right. So I did good stamping there. I don't need that little extra one. So, okay. So Christmas is better together. Isn't that the truth? So, all right. That's just done in the black as well. And then what I cut was, I had a little strip of this paper left, and I'm just going to add it to the bottom. I want a little white to show yet. And then it gives that ink a little time to dry. Okay, now it's starting to get cloudy, darn it. And so that is just a 1/2 inch by 4 1/4, okay? So we'll add that to our inside. Yeah, I want to do this tree with maybe some embossing. So I think maybe I'll work with that and just do it next week. Oh my gosh, love, love, love. I absolutely love this that I put the tree down, but either way, it's fine. So, okay. Should probably have my dimensional over a little bit, but all right. Hope you guys like this one. I do. But I'm partial to blue for some reason. I don't know why. Thank you guys for the hearts. How cool. All righty. Okay, so my last card is just real simple. I cut the tag out of the designer paper, the tree and the bear. I punched. You could use the bear punch, and it's just a simple card, but I used Old Olive, and I made this 4 1/4 by 11 instead of the other way. And then I just did the same layering with the white and the snowflakes. And 2, this would be kind of pretty And maybe I'll try it next week, but doing a little balmy blue on the embossing folder and then running it through just to give it some. But sometimes the balmy blue gets a little too dark, so I'd have to, maybe I'll have to try it and see how it turns out. But I think that'd be pretty to make it kind of like, you know, just right before it gets dark. And so I'll have to try it. I had to order a bunch of paper because I was out of so much paper. So, all right, we're going to just glue this to the front. And guys, it's a great time to order paper. Any kind of ordering over $75, you get free shipping. So it's a good time. It ends tonight. So this piece I cut out of designer paper, and this is 3 5/8 by 3. Okay, so there's just a little edge to it on the white, not much. I like anything with stripes. I'm just going to leave a little bit of an edge all the way around. That's why it's 3 5/8. Okay. So the cute little tag. This is pretty too, isn't it? I'm going to try to use some of that next time. So I'm just going to put this here. And then the tree. I did must have did the garden green, but I did the pretty peacock on this one. So it's in that paper, so it will work out. Okay. So we're just going to put that, I guess I'd put that kind of going with the tag. Oops. Because I didn't put any decorations on it. And then I'm just going to use a little blue dot for the ribbon. This is that sheer ribbon. And I'm almost sure it's back ordered, but you can get some. I'm going to order another one as soon as it comes back in. But, gosh, our autumn paper that came back in, the first time it came back in, 2 hours. This time, I think it lasted 5 hours. I did get, oops, Mitch. I did get enough for my class, but I'd like to get maybe a couple more. We'll see. Mine's going to come in next week, so I'll see what I think about the colors and everything. So I'm just using the tiny, or the mini dimensionals, because kind of running out of the big ones. Oh, Mitch is moving around. Sorry about the noise. Mitch is my dog, who's probably like 18 years old. Okay, so we are going to put that. You know what? Let me do something. I did this last time, and you know what? I hope I got a sheet of paper. I do right here. I was gonna say I didn't cut any paper for this one. So I'm just using Hoping Your Home is Filled with the Spirit of the Season, and hopefully this is wide enough. It should be. So I'm just using. Oh gosh, yeah, I am too, because I have a class that people were waiting on it, so it's like, I should have just ordered it when I could do the pre-order. I don't know why I didn't. I had so much other stuff to order. Okay. All right. Okay, we're going to do that on a slight angle too. And what I want it to do, I'm going to pop that up, okay? Let me just put my cover on my ink so it don't end up on my that. I'm going to pop this up. And I don't know if you noticed, I got my little bear. He's got his claw on the one corner. And I thought that was so cute. Just something a little bit different, not a lot. Okay. So we're going to put that down there. And what I did is, let's see if I can, not that I can do it, but the way I got this, I probably should have moved that over a tad. Let's see. I mean, I think it'll be fine. Let's just leave it. This will be fine. I'm just going to put it there. That'll be fine. Okay, got that. Isn't that cute? So it looks like you're stepping on the sign. All right, and then we're going to stamp the inside. just real quick. And I should have put a piece of that designer paper down here too. Sometimes I think it finishes the card really nice, but not necessary. You don't have to. And then I'm just going to use, I don't have any more of the silver dots, so I think I'll have to find some other embellishments that are silver to go on here. I do have some. I know I have some. Okay. So that is our third card, but pretend I got these dots on there because I need them. I think that's important to finish the card off, but either way, okay guys, so these are our 3 cards. So remember, if you use my host code and place a $35, or not $35, $40 order or more before Sunday night, and you got to use the host code, I'll send you the product to make these 3 cards, and then you'll have to use your own stamps and inks for the sentiments, but I mean, I think you could use anything. So you'll get 3 cards free with that order, okay? And then also, even better yet, I mean, you can do that, but they have the starter kit special, and I'm laughing because when I print these off for my retreat, they're so small. But you can get, they got 2 options, and I would love to have you on my team. And I am part of the Rubber Queen group with Rhonda Wade, so you'll get my little group, and then you'll get her group as well. So you're kind of double dipping, but which is great. But option 1, you would get 35% off your starter kit. So you're getting $125 worth of product for $64.35. And then you get shipping free, and so there's probably, you got to pay for tax, but you know, like probably $66, I'm not even sure, but cheap. That is a wonderful deal. But if you want even more, you can do the 35% more, and you would spend $99 and get free shipping, and you would end up getting $168.75 worth of product. And I think with tax on that, it's like $104. So for basically $104, you would be getting almost $169 worth of product. That would be the one that I take, but if you're short of funds, which I understand nowadays, the option 1 is a great deal as well. But if you got questions or interested, please contact me. I'd love to chit-chat about it, but you know, if you got till the end of October, I wouldn't wait extremely long, but whatever, okay? So, but tell me, which card you guys like best? You like the first, second, or the third? So you can drop it in the comments, let me know. And thank you for joining me today. I will be back next Wednesday. Guys, have a great week and weekend, and enjoy the beautiful weather tomorrow for sure. So, all right, thanks. Bye-bye.